Hello and welcome to my home. Today I'm going to do an update on what I'm doing with my baby watermelons and how I'm growing them out of my containers. But before we go there, I want to let you know I have other types of videos on my channel. I have easy to prepare recipes, product reviews, meditation videos, and other videos on growing a variety of vegetables in containers. So let's go look at those little watermelons. So I'm going to leave the ones that are longest in this pot to trail along the ground since they've already made it this far and are kind of big and I don't want to disturb them. I'm going to leave this one in there as well because it's starting to flower and has a little watermelon forming on there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Right there where that flower is. I'm going to leave this one in here to trail on the ground, which means I'm going to take this one. Let's see, I'm going to leave this one in the pot. I'm going to take this one and this one, these two, and put them in the other pot. And I'm going to train them to go up the trellis. And I'm not going to add any additional fertilizer into the container. They come along pretty good, and what I want them to do is get nice and settled into the new container, and then I'm going to hit all of them up with a little bit of liquid fertilizer. So let me give you a shot of what I'm doing over here. So you can see the watermelon, the roots are not that deep, and it's going to do fine. You might think this pot's too shallow, but it's just perfect for this watermelon. And then I'm going to put the other one on this side. Here's the second one. And I'll put them in there about the same depth of where I took it out of that pot. I'm trying to reduce the shock. And I did pre-water this pot right here. And I also watered the pot that I took it from to make it easier to get out. And I'm going to hit them both with a little more water. I'm just going to firm it up around the soil. And then I'm going to take it back over to the area that I set up for them. So here's the finished product. I put the mulch over top of the black weed blocker, and that will help keep the vines, but especially the melons, a little cleaner on the bottom. And I'm going to let this pan through. You know, I have a story I just thought of I want to tell you. So my grandfather, he had a farm. You know, they were poor, so he grew some things to sell, and he also grew things for them to eat. And my grandfather, before he started his day on the farm, he would go down to the watermelon patch. Now, obviously, his watermelon patch was much bigger than this, but he would go and cut a watermelon and lay it into the creek that ran behind the house. I think it was a good-sized creek. And let that watermelon cool down so that when he was ready to take a break, he had a nice, delicious, cool watermelon. Can you think of anything more refreshing than that? And obviously, he deserved it. And my mom said he would eat the whole thing. And you know what? He should have eaten the whole thing after all that hard work on the farm. But in any event, I did put a border around here and some little of those wire little I guess what I'm calling protectors. They keep, you know, this is a area that a lot of people travel through. All the family goes through, and I didn't want anyone to step on the vines. I didn't want to step on the vines. I'll probably be the first one to step on it. So that's why I tried to section it off and make it protected. I put a vase of flowers These are marigolds, bright yellow marigolds. Again, to make sure all the pollinators are happy and will come around. I have the angel, I moved it from the other spot over here. And so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the process here. So I'm going to take it a little closer. I have 2 containers. The first darker brown container has 3 of the vines, and they are, I guess I want to say, vining out of the pot onto the ground. So I'm going to let them run along the ground and produce melons. And a couple of the vines already have little small teeny little melons on them, and that is why I chose to leave these in this pot, because I didn't want to disturb it. If you recall earlier, I had all 5 of my vines in this pot right here, and I took the smaller vines and I put them over here. Now let me give you a better shot than that. Now these 2 vines, I'm trellising them up. Now this is just a regular metal vine. Now this is just some shade cloth, because since they're newly planted, I want to shade them a little bit when it got really hot until they get nice and settled into their new pot. But you can see where I'm trellising them up. Now this vine was the smaller of the 2, so I decided that since it couldn't quite reach the metal trellis, I put it on this wooden pole. And when it gets taller, I'll lean it more towards the metal trellis, or I might let it go up the pole. We'll see how it works out. Now this vine right here was long enough to get onto the trellis, so I've tied him on there. I also gave him a little bit of wooden support down here with that little wooden, it's really a plant marker that I have it leaning against down here, and it's going up. And so that's the 2 ways you can grow melons in your containers. You can either have them flowing out the pot, like here, or you can trellis them up, some type of trellis. And it's going to be really cool. I can't wait. Unfortunately, I don't have a creek in my yard to cool off my watermelon. I'll just have to cool them off in the old modern refrigerator. But I'm pretty excited about it. So this is like a homage to my grandfather. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up like button and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video. That's it for now. Bye-bye.